Hello dear students, welcome to our Geometry Final Revision session. Before we start the session, I wish you best of luck, and I'm also asking you to pause the video once you see the question, try to answer the question yourself, then play the video to check your answer. Let's start. Question number 1. Complete each of the following. The longest side in the right angle triangle is? Yes, it's called the hypotenuse. Question 2. If the length of the two sides in a triangle are 2 and 7, then what is the length of the third side? Yes, excellent. We make here the difference, 7 minus 2 is 5, and here the sum, 7 plus 2 is 9. If AB segment is congruent to XY segment, then AB is equal to XY. Question 4. The bisector of the vertex angle of the isosceles triangle is perpendicular to the base and bisected, or we can say it's also the axis of symmetry of it. Question number 5. In the opposite figure, if AC is 12 centimeters, then BD is half the 12 centimeters, which is 6 centimeters long. Question 2 is to choose the correct answer. In the opposite figure, what is the value of x plus y? Yes, here x plus y is 280 degrees. So the choice is choice D. Question 2. The length of the side opposite to the angle of measure 30 degrees in the right angle triangle is equal to half the length of the hypotenuse. Question 3. The point of intersection of the medians of the triangle divides each of them in the ratio of 1 to 2 from the base. Question 4. ABCD is a rectangle. M is the point of intersection of its diagonals. If the length of the diagonal is 6, then the length of the median AM is equal to half the diagonal, half the 6, which is 3 centimeters long. Question 5. The number of axes of symmetry of the isosceles triangle is 1. Question 6. The triangle whose side length are 2 centimeters, x plus 3 and x plus 5, becomes an isosceles triangle when x equals, yes, when x equals 2, because the x plus 3 will be equal to 5. Question 3. In the opposite figure, the measure of angle ABC is 90 degrees, where x is the midpoint of AB, y is the midpoint of BC, and D is the midpoint of XY, where AC is 24 centimeters long. The question wants us to find the length of BD. In triangle ABC, since X is midpoint of AB and Y is midpoint of BC, therefore XY is parallel to AC, where XY is half the AC, which is half the 24, which is 12. Since triangle XBY is right at angle B, where D is midpoint of XY, therefore BD is a median. So in this case, BD is half XY, which is half the 12, which is now 6 centimeters long. Question B. In the opposite figure, AB is equal to AC, where BD ray bisects angle ABC and CD ray bisects angle ACB. The question wants us to prove that triangle DBC is an isosceles triangle. Since AB is equal to AC, therefore triangle ABC is isosceles. Therefore, the measure of angle ABC is equal to the measure of angle ACB. Therefore, half the measure of angle ABC is equal to half the measure of angle ACB. Therefore, measure of angle DBC is equal to the measure of angle DCB. So, DC is equal to DB. Therefore, triangle DBC is an isosceles triangle. Question number 4. Triangle ABC is right angled at B. If the measure of angle A equals 75 degrees, arrange the length of the sides descendingly. The first thing to do is to draw the triangle. So we can easily find the measure of angle C, which is 180 minus the sum of 90 and 75, which is 15 degrees. So C is 15 degrees. Therefore, the measure of angle B is greater than the measure of angle A. So, AC is greater than BC. And this is, we call it inequality number 1. And also, measure of angle A is greater than the measure of angle C. So, BC is greater than AB. And this is inequality number 2. From 1 and 2, the descending order of the sides is AC is greater than the BC greater than the AB. Question 4b. In the opposite figure, N is the midpoint of concurrence of the medians of triangle XYZ, where LZ is 15 centimeters, YM is 18 centimeters, XY is 20 centimeters. The question says, find the perimeter of triangle NLY. As long as XL, YM are medians, where N is the point of concurrence, therefore NY is 2/3 YM. So NY is 2/3 the 18, which is 12 centimeters long. And LN is 1/3 the LZ. So LN is 1/3 the 15, so LN is 5 centimeters. Where YL is half the XY, which is half the 20, so YL is 10 centimeters. So to find the perimeter of triangle NLY, it's equal to 12 plus 5 plus 10, so it is 27 centimeters long. Question 5a. In the opposite figure, BD ray bisects angle ABC, where DE is parallel to BC. The question wants us to prove that triangle EBD is an isosceles triangle. Since DE is parallel to CB, therefore the measure of angle EDB is equal to the measure of angle DBC. Alternate angles. And we call this inequality number 1. Since it's given that BD bisects angle ABC, therefore the measure of angle DBC is equal to the measure of angle EBD, and we call this inequality number 2. So from 1 and 2, we can say that the measure of angle EBD is equal to the measure of angle EDB. So from this, we can also say that EB is equal to ED. That proves that triangle EBD is isosceles. Question 5b. In the opposite figure, prove that the measure of angle BCD is greater than the measure of angle BAD. So the first thing that we need to do is to have a construction, which is drawing segment AC, as we can see on the screen now. In triangle ACB, since AB, its length is greater than BC, therefore the measure of angle ACB is greater than the measure of angle CAB, and this is inequality number 1. In the other triangle, triangle ADC, we can see that AD is greater than DC. Therefore, the measure of angle ACD is greater than the measure of angle DAC. By adding 1 and 2 together, you will see that the measure of angle BCD is greater than the measure of angle BAD. And now, dear students, we came to the end of our session. Thank you very much and wishing you best of luck.